when she was left and abandoned. This wound is stored in our wombs. Causing us to close down to love out of fear. We felt betrayed, left alone to fend for ourselves. In a world that did not support us being feminine. It made us close our heart, lock away the precious parts of ourselves that we no longer wanted to give out of fear of them being taken away. We all feel this, all feminines feel this, whether they're conscious of it or not. A feeling of deep fear of abandonment from the masculine. Fears of betrayal. The sisterhood wound comes from here too. Jealousy. Bitterness, hate, separation. It is the opposite of love. I know you felt it before. Those feelings of jealousy, fear. Fear that the masculine will leave, betray you and find someone new. And the feminine knows that this has happened before. It is deep in our history of Earth. The separation runs deep. And that's what it really is. Separation. How do we unify this? How do we forgive the masculine for his betrayal of the feminine? How can we begin to trust that the masculine will not abandon us again? That the masculine will not abandon his own emotions again? Because when the masculine abandoned the feminine, what he really did have you abandoned yourself? How have you abandoned yourself? How have you abandoned your feminine? How have you abandoned your emotions, your creation, your womb? This is the key. If you can build forgiveness for yourself, for your own abandonment, you can forgive the masculine for abandoning you. Releasing the victim mindset that's kept us alive, and transmuting that into oneness. For there is no separation when there is no victim and no perpetrator. There is just one. And we are just one. We talk about the toxic masculine, but what about the toxic feminine? What about the ways that the feminine is wounded and toxic too? That needs to be brought into light as well. We cannot ignore any part of the masculine or the feminine. They must all be seen, acknowledged, loved, brought back to life. As a feminine, you felt it. You felt the need to control the masculine, to manipulate the masculine. You felt the jealousy. You felt the jealousy of other women. But what if that's what's separating us? What if it's not just the masculine that needs to change and grow, but the feminine too? Because only when the feminine and the masculine have grown and healed can they become in union again. And this is where we're headed, a lot faster than we thought. If you feel things speeding up collectively, it's because we're headed for union. The balance. Of the feminine and the masculine. The state of union. It is so close. It is here now. It has always been here now. These deep wounds, these pains, these things that separate us are coming up so that we can love them, nurture them, acknowledge them, and let them go. There is no space anymore for us to hold resentment and anger towards the masculine. No space for us to continue games of jealousy, control, and manipulation. It just separates us. But what if we chose to only see love? What if we chose that only love can exist? Unity. Would there be any jealousy? Would there be any control? Would there be any manipulation? No. Let's take this moment now to recognize that the masculine has been wounded and the feminine has been wounded. Why don't we love the masculine and the feminine for all of their wounds? Forgive them within ourselves, our partners, and the world around us. Accept that they were there. Love that they were there. And let it go. And that would be union.